Donuts. It's your boy TWP, aka Spider Pig. You already know what time it is. Super Saturday. Hey, if you ain't ready to go hard to paint with some Dragon Ball content, y'all might as well stay asleep. Some of y'all still are. Shout out to the replay gangs. I appreciate y'all for getting around to the video whenever y'all get around to it. And if you're new, go ahead and leave some positive comments because I get plenty of hate on my shorts. You know what I'm saying? They expect me not to do my job, but I stay on it. Employed full time, I might not be. Always working, definitely. Yeah, gotta enjoy your time. Hell, let's get straight to the videos because Rumble's already recording and they waiting on me like, man, you two better hurry the fuck up. They better hurry it the fuck up, Elmer. Ooh, roach rooms. Of course, but you just gotta be a savage.
All Saiyans that transformed into giant apes. Goku, he was the first to introduce this berserk form, and he did so during the original Dragon Ball. Vegeta, he used this form when confronting Goku for the first time. He proved that this transformation could actually be mastered. Gohan, suddenly transformed in front of Piccolo, forcing the Namekian to destroy the moon to avoid further chaos. Bardock, Shigesh, Borgos, Tora, and Fasha, the Team Bardock transformed together during a mission at Kanasa in order to wreak havoc and completely obliterate their enemies. An example of how the Saiyans use this power in their invasions. Baby, in Dragon Ball GT, Baby used the Golden Ape transformation. This transformation and the mastering of it is the previous necessary step in order to naturally develop Super Saiyan 4. Broly, he is actually able to channel the physical traits of the giant ape form, but in what is called the Wrath state, which allows him to keep his human form.
Don't forget to leave a like if you're stopping by, and if you're new to Geekdom 101, remember to subscribe and enable all notifications so that way you don't miss a single video. We discuss all things Dragon Ball here, movies, anime, manga, and even some video games. We've been here for 10 years and many more to come. I thank you for your continued support. Let's get to the video. So I hope you're having a good day today, and if you're not, I'll try to make it better because things are actually happening. Things are actually moving in the world of Dragon Ball. Okay, so before I go any further with this video, there's a pretty huge news update about not one, but two upcoming Dragon Ball projects set to be announced early next year. Before I go into this detail, I want to tell you there's a lot of clickbait out there. There's a lot of BS. There's a lot of fake. I've seen it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I've even seen some of the like CBR and those websites start to comment about this. Please watch this video all the way to the end. Listen carefully because I don't want you to get misled. And by the end of the video, you're going to have all the information about what's going on because this is potentially, some of the biggest news we've gotten since the announcement of Daima. But I'll get to that here in just a minute. Again, make sure you leave a like if you're new stopping by here. This is the place to be for accurate Dragon Ball news and information, and we do have news. So first and foremost, I want to comment on something that was a non-story until today. The Dragon Ball Super online Twitter account that was DBS 2015, it's the one that they started back in 2015, has now changed to DB Anime Info. Now, originally, that doesn't really mean anything, right? It didn't really mean much. But they recently now, as you can see on your screen, and I'll blow this up to make it so you can see it clearer here, January 25th, 2026. Okay, let me explain what's going on here. So on the right there is the 40th anniversary logo. This is of course because 2026 is the 40th anniversary of the Dragon Ball anime. The manga started in 1984, the anime was 86. And there's going to be an event coming up called the Genki Damatsuri coming up January 25th. They have put up this logo celebrating the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball anime, and as you can see there,
I like how they got all Goku and his transformations on here. Apparently, yeah, we got Kid Goku, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, God's over there, Blue, Super Saiyan 3, Ultra Instinct, and for the fans, is right there. For the fans, Super Saiyan Fur. Fur. F-U-R, fur the fans. Anyways, let's continue.
besides Great Ape, all of Goku's forms are pictured there. You see
God damn it. See, he just caught me slipping. I didn't even notice that. See, we forgot the Ozaru. God damn it, Bobby. We got to start the whole video over.
everything from the Daima GT. Well, it doesn't have the GT, like the Daima Super Saiyan 4 is there. It doesn't have the GT Super Saiyan 4, so that's interesting. That's an interesting choice. But you've got the God forms and UI and everything there. Now, I'm already seeing people talking about, oh, it's Super coming back, or it's Daima Season 2, and let's talk about what's actually being said here so that you know. So this has been auto-translated from Grok, but it is accurate. There's going to be a major event January 26, 25, 2026. This is going to feature Nozawa and Akio Yoku. And you should know, if you've been following this channel or following Dragon Ball News, that Akio Yoku and Nozawa flying in from Japan usually means something. Now, in the past, we've been burnt a lot. We've seen it to where he just shows, hey, this is some cool behind-the-scenes Daima stuff, or hey, this is some Toriyama art. That's not what this is, because all of that stuff has already been revealed in the Dragon Ball Daima Blu-ray pamphlet book, which I've done videos about. I also want to tell you that if you are not caught up on the news, I will leave a series of videos at the end of this one for you to watch, and that's covering the fact that Akio Yoku and Capsule Corp Tokyo is now working with Toei Animation and working with Shueisha. This is now a confirmed fact. Their name, Capsule Corp Tokyo, Akio's company, their name is on Dragon Ball stuff. Like, on not just even like Daima, it's in the Daima booklets, in the video games, it's legit. So Akio now has control. And if you've been following the channel, you know that I've talked about Akio Yoku. He was Toriyama's right-hand man before Toriyama passed away. He's the guy who's been pushing Toriyama forward. He wants to take control of the anime and the video games. And something is apparently coming. Now, what we know here, I'm going to tell you what we know and what we don't know. There's going to be a new game. Now, this is courtesy of DBS Hype. There's going to be a brand new Dragon Ball game announced. Brand new. This is, I'm not sure if it's a Daima game. It's probably not going to be like a sparking thing. We just got sparking like last year. And actually, I was pleasantly surprised when I saw that they were updating fighters with Daima Super Saiyan 4. I was not expecting that. So that's certainly good news. Now, it says here that he also wrote that Hironobu Kageyama, the man who sings the Dragon Ball music from Dragon Ball Z, he's done all the movie songs and all the big Dragon Ball Z songs. He will be there performing, which he was at, a couple of years ago at the one of the old New York Comic Con panels. I covered that live when it happened. And then 2 new major projects. Now, I need to explain what this is, okay? I need to tell you exactly what's going on here. The new Dragon Ball game is not one of the 2 new projects. That's separate. So whatever this new Dragon Ball game is separate from these 2 projects. Now, could the projects be the return of the Dragon Ball Super manga? Well, a lot of people want that because we've still got storylines like Black Frieza and the heaters are out there. We've still got unresolved issues from Dragon Ball Super that need to get resolved, and also, all the stuff that we found out in Daima. Like, how's that going to go? How's that going to connect? I've already seen clickbait articles say that, oh, it's the return of Super, or it's Daima season. I haven't seen a lot of Daima season 2 stuff, but it says a new project. Now, the third thing I want to throw at you is the possibility of a Dragon Ball reboot. I think a lot of us were thinking it would be for the 50th anniversary. What I mean by Dragon Ball reboot is an anime where they're adapting the original manga from the start without any filler. So it would be like an adaptation right from the pages of Toriyama with the modern Toei animators. That's something that's been talked about as well. So I'm going to tell you right now, there is a rumor about a new movie. I've covered that in a video in the past. Once Daima started, the rumors of that movie kind of died down because there was a big focus on getting Dragon Ball Daima finished. Toriyama's passing obviously slowed things down. So these two new projects, I'm going to tell you this right now. Do not get your hopes up. Be very, very cautious. Be cautiously optimistic. Yes, it's a big deal that Kageyama, Nozawa, and Iyoku are going to be doing this event. I actually misspoke earlier. It's not going to be in America. It's going to be in Japan. It's a Japan event. They have tickets. It's free admission, but you have to pre-register. So you can go see this event if you want to. January 25th, 9 o'clock a.m. Their time, which is going to be evening time for us. The Dragon Ball Genki Dama Festival. So this is in Japan. Of course, if we get a stream of it, I'll be covering it here on the channel, and I'll be telling you all the new announcements of what's to come. And I'm going to go more into this in a stream I'm doing next week. I'm coming back to streaming here on Geekdom 101, so I'll be streaming for you guys, and we'll be talking all about the new projects and what's going on. So could this be the return of the Dragon Ball Super manga? Because it's Capsule Corp Tokyo, it's probably going to be some kind of an anime project. Once again, I am not confirming the return of Super or Daima Season 2 or Dragon Ball reboot. I'm saying yes, it could be one of those things. I need to make some phone calls, and when I find out, I'm sure I'll drop a video here on the channel, so make sure you have all your notifications lit up. But these two projects are not video game related. It's something else, whether it be more super anime. I think a movie is what's, like, if you were to say, okay, Danny, like, if you're going to gamble away your house and your money and everything, if you're going to give everything away, you're going to gamble it all, I think a movie would be what makes the most sense. But as always with these announcements, we can't predict a damn thing. But there's certain...
Well, knowing them, it'll probably be a movie and a fucking manga returns, because... Or no, they're going to return with the manga first and then go ahead and start animations, because, shout out to the anime. Yeah, that's what I prefer to see, but that's just what I prefer to see. We all know what y'all want to see. Games. You already got a game coming.
Cranking out the 40th anniversary celebration right off the hop. So January 25, 2026. I'm thinking when it comes to the return of the manga, it would make sense if they announced that at Jump Festa, but that also may not happen. So once again, to reiterate, we're going to get a major Dragon Ball event, January 25th, 2026, with major new announcements, 2 new projects, a new video game, Kageyama performing. So something is going to happen. Like, this is, you can't even argue that at this point. Something is going to happen. So, something that I think could be earth-shattering. So I'm going to do my best to get you all the information. But For now, I'll talk to you guys in the stream next week. I'll also be streaming on Twitch tomorrow, revisiting Dragon Ball Z in HD. Right now on your screen, catch up with the news. The videos on your screen are going to be about Akio taking control. We're going to be the videos about the recent Toyotaro interview, and just catching you up on everything that you've missed if you have missed the news. So once again, y'all, take care of yourself. Bless you guys, and I'll see you guys in just a few days.
Huh.
It must be a full moon. I've never seen one of those before.
What the? How do I stop him?
You guys just had to blast the whole moon up out the sky, though. I mean, if you ain't prepared to do that, what are you gonna do? He said, shit, we had to knock it out.
So, you find yourself on the Unrelent Gaming channel. How fortunate for you. I, Lord Frieza, will spare your life as long as you subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, don't forget to become a member of Unrelent Gaming's Patreon for tons of exclusive content, to early access media, and much more. Do it now, or else.
Well, I must admit that I honestly wasn't expecting for either Goku or Vegeta to be successful in their attempts of stopping the Grand Minister, let alone actually damage him during the course of their battle, but perhaps we could continue to further evolve them both into helping them reach new heights that go far beyond where they currently are within the moment. And for this to work, I think I have just the right idea
What up,
on
Warrior
how
Saiyan
we could explore
Princess
their
Vegeta?
individual powers even further by strengthening their resolve and seeing what the outcome between them would ultimately be.
Welcome to my Super Saturday review, where I review fan-made and Dragon Ball content. Mostly fan-made because, you know, we're in another hiatus, so that's what we do.
As our story now continues back on Beerus' planet, following the initial training session involving the Grand Priest Goku and Vegeta, with the Saiyans being shown taking their first ever loss against him, as with the Grand Priest being shown having to leave an ominous message behind and having to leave our heroes guessing as to what this was all about, was when Vegeta then went on to quickly respond, "Oh, damn it, Kakarot, do you see what your big fat mouth may have just gotten us all into? Why can't you ever just think before you speak? For this is all your fault. Because if you didn't go and bring up the fact of wanting another tournament to take place after we just got done getting rid of Frieza and his brother Cooler, then the idea of there being another tournament being held wouldn't have crossed the Omni King's mind, but no! As you just had to go and open your big fat mouth in front of those two, and now look, you idiots! Do you have any idea on the kind of pressure that this is going to go and put on all of us, Vegeta questions? For your thoughtlessness just might go and bring about another disaster, Kakarot, with Goku responding, "Whoa, just take it easy now, would you, Vegeta? Look, I know that I may have been the one to mention the idea of another tournament that was similar to the one that I was already in, participating against the top 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse having to take place, but maybe they just went and forgot about it, you know? I mean, they have so many other things to focus on, right? And so maybe they'll just forget about my suggestion altogether and, well, just move on to something less destructive, or maybe they won't even go through by hosting anything at all, Vegeta," with Vegeta responding, "Oh, this is just infuriating. For how could one of the strongest Saiyans in the universe not even lay a finger on the Grand Priest and struggle this much? For his skills along with his power are beyond anything that I was ever able to encounter in anyone like him before, and so it's just maddening. But I refuse to be discouraged like this because despite knowing that my master, this just only now means that I'll have to try and climb even higher to reach him," Vegeta continues. "But how? And what did he mean by what he said about my flaws?" Vegeta questions. "Was he really able to figure me out that quickly and dictate the outcome of our battle based on what he was able to see, or what?" Well, although I understand your frustration," Goku responds, "because trust me, I do feel the same way about this that you do about what happened, but how is it that you see us getting any stronger and actually being able to challenge someone like him, especially if we were barely able to do much of anything against him while engaging him by using our strongest levels of power?" Goku asks. "And better yet is how exactly do you think you'll be able to climb even higher and expect for whatever you obtain to be enough?" As Whis and Beerus went on to then suddenly show up by then responding, "Well, even if the two of you were to try and evolve yourselves into discovering greater levels of power that exceed the forms which you both currently wield," Beerus responds, "whether it's the power of an angel or the power of a destroyer, the Grand Minister would still be within a league of his own," with Whis chiming in, "Well, what I think Lord Beerus is trying to say is that even though the Grand Minister is far beyond where either one of you currently are within the moment, the best course of action to take if you wish be for the two of you to not only continuously engage by having to train, but by also attempting to erase the flaws which the Grand Minister had seen within you both, and further progress yourselves in honing your skills along the way," Whis continues. "And while you both have come extremely far since the day where Lord Beerus and I had first laid eyes on you, there is still more for the two of you to go and strive for, and so sitting there and doing nothing about it just won't help you in the long run. Now you better not go and get the wrong idea here," Beerus went on to then chime back in, "because the two of you are extremely lucky that the Grand Minister had taken it easy on you the way he did. Otherwise, the two of you would have been goners," as Whis went on to then extend his...
Man, you know, we really appreciate our dude Alice because he's been putting in that work, which keeps us putting in work because, you know, every Super Saturday we got something to do. It don't be hard for me to find a video of my guy drop because then I'll just do whatever he got going on. Shouts out to, you know, supporting the homies because that's what I do. I'm going to watch the video anyways, so I might as well, what, be live and watch the videos. I keep telling y'all, we got monetization coaching going on over here for the people that be dropping them goofy ass comments on my shorts. They're short videos. Technically, I'm not getting enough views from shorts to get paid from shorts, so it's free work, which is why you get free work quality. You see what I'm saying? I find good videos, at least. It's worth watching, because I watched it.
hand out towards Goku by then responding, "And while we are both thankful that you are still with us, let us carry on and continue your training in further having to improve upon the areas which you are both still lacking heavily within, which I know for a fact that you will already go and do," Beerus went on to then inform Vegeta by responding, "and so stand back up and rise on your feet, Vegeta, for there is still much more for you to go and do while you're still on my planet," with Whis being shown helping Goku up and then responding, "Well, as I'm also sure that Goku here will also go and do the same as well. But while we were keeping score of how many hits you were able to land by comparison to the amount of blows that the Grand Minister had landed on you both, we did also keep track of everything that we saw, which could also be improved upon, and so before we proceed, it's important to recognize the flaws in your approach while wielding your angel form, Goku, for your relentless pursuit of bringing out the best in your opponent can be extremely detrimental," Whis continues, "as this approach gives your enemy many opportunities to counterattack and exploit your weaknesses against you, which really isn't that smart of an idea when engaging against someone equally as powerful or stronger than you. But moreover, you tend to overexert yourself by using more of your angelic power than necessary, which also runs the risk of complete depletion of your energy during the course of battle, which is also something that the Grand Minister had pointed out, which also means gaining more experience while using such a form," Whis continues, "so that way, by the time you are shown engaging in such battles, you aren't burnt out or exhausted by the time the battle reaches its climax, or even worse, during the very beginning," Whis says. And as for you, Beerus went on to then address Vegeta. While your mastery of destruction within your perfected Ultra Ego form may be impressive, your unbridled aggression often blinds you to many unsuspecting opportunities and openings for your enemy to go and take control of. And so while you allow for your mind to stay on destruction, you will need to also calm your anger down so that way your enemies don't go and use it against you, Vegeta, as additionally, you will need to start using your opponent's energy against them, either by turning their attacks back against them or by converting their energy into a form of a passive healing method for yourself. So that way, during the course of any battle that you find yourself in, you may either heal the damages that you have already taken or use whatever power is thrown at you right back towards your enemy, with Goku then having to quickly chime in. Wait, so does that mean that we aren't going to go and take a quick lunch break before we resume our training again? And because not for nothing, but having to have Vegeta constantly yell inside of my ear while engaging against the Grand Priest was really exhausting, and so could we maybe go and grab a quick snack or something before we get back to training again, Goku questions? And speaking of, if the Grand Priest isn't here to spar with us again, then does that mean that we'll have to go and train with both you and Lord Beerus instead? As Vegeta went on to then chime in. Oh, you see, this was exactly what I meant when I said that you have a really big mouth that you just don't know how to close, Kakarot. Oh no, I don't like it when you're quiet like this, Whis. Beerus went on to then turn over by responding. And so you're not really going to have us engage against these two this early on now, are you? Because you know as to what my answer is going to be, and so you can go and forget about it. Or I'd rather go and train Vegeta alone without Goku having to try and stick his nose where it doesn't belong. And so now what are you thinking? With Whis responding, well, although it would be best for us to go and train them both individually, since of course that would be more than likely the best approach engaging to see as to where they both stand, but we need something quick and easy that will deliver on all fronts when in battle. And so wait, I know. Yes, that'll be perfect, for I know exactly on what we're going to go and do. And since it's been a while since we were last shown having to see these two engage in a one-on-one battle against each other, Whis continues, and I think it's time that we go and find out on just which one.
See, I love how my dude is doing that. He said, nah, we finna let these two motherfuckers throw hands. Yeah, the fans don't want to see no bullshit. Hell, top of the fucking new series, first thing you had was them training with the Grand Priest, because, you know, it was not like it was a fight, so we just gonna consider that training. You dig? They got an instant little report card on what the fuck they need to do from Himothy. He himself told them what to do. Yeah, that's some good shit right there. You see what I'm saying? When you got the person that knows what you need to do, telling you what to fucking do, yeah, that's some good shit right there. For some of y'all, I know that sounds weird because y'all don't have fathers, but you know, for some of y'all, it does sound right because that's what your daddy did. You see what I'm saying? If you had a good dad. Now, if you had a bad dad, you don't know shit, because, you know, bad dads happen too. So, but if you had a good one, you would understand that, hey, this motherfucker already knows. You see what I'm saying? So when he can tell you, it's best when you figure out how to listen, because, you know, if you're in a situation where people can easily tell you how to do better, you better want to do better. So that means you better learn how to listen. Shouts out to the people that listen, because, you know, that's one of the good things about being a coach. You know, when you be coaching, but we ain't talking too much about it. Like to hear it, here it goes.
Our students here is truly the strongest, and so a competitive one-on-one showcase between them ought to be what does the trick. And so here's what I suggest for us to go and do. To which all the while, in the meantime, as this was shown going down on Beerus's planning, when then having to make our way on over into Zeno's palace and seeing the Grand Priest having to be shown taking down notes upon the Omni Kings being shown giving him instructions and ideas, was when the Grand Priest then went on to respond, no, right now. And so with everything that it was that you have both mentioned thus far, sires, let us go and start from the very top and work our way all the way back down to the bottom, beginning with your ideal scenario for how you would like to host the second tournament of power. And so you may want to list off your wishes to me now, so that way I will go and do my best to try and make them all come true for you both, with the present Omni King responding, okay, well, for starters, we want to go and make sure that the second tournament of power is held in a really big space, and so maybe we can go and host it within the tournament realm if it hasn't already been completely destroyed by now, and then, well, then we we want a big enough ring where it's much larger than the previous ring that we were shown having to have those universes compete in, but we also want it to be different enough to where it's not exactly the same stage as any of the previous ones were either, with the future Omni King chiming in. Yeah, and what we also want to do is we want to be able to influence the tournament in any other way that we see fit by allowing for us to have a tablet like last time, only we want to be able to have interactive features that allow for us to dictate the match types, match styles, and number of warriors involved in the battle, and so much more. And so do make sure that the tournament this time around follows more of a bracket-style contest instead of a free-for-all one, okay? Hey, and don't forget to tell him about the kinds of competitors that we want to see be a part of the tournament as well, future me, with the future Omni King responding. Oh, right, and by the way, we want to ensure that we have the absolute strongest to be a part of this tournament as well, which not only includes the top 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse, but we want to have the strongest warriors from across the entire Omniverse a part of this too. They want to go and do what? The Omniguards shockingly went on to then respond. The top 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse and the additional strongest from across the entire Omniverse too? Do they mean from every and all other realities and timelines as well? As both of the Omni Kings then went on to respond. That's right, and for the second Tournament of Power to live up to its title as being the biggest and craziest tournament in all of history, then we want the absolute best of the best to come and be a part of this, for we envision that the Tournament of Power 2 to be the greatest spectacle that creation has ever seen, in having it encompass every reality, every timeline, and every other alternate world that we can reach out into and have them showcase their absolute best, encompassing every reality, every timeline, and every other alternate world that we can reach out into and have them showcase their absolute best against us, alongside having to feature the top 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse as the headlines for this event as well, as this will also go and ensure that we witness the true extent of everyone's power and skill, and only from there having to find out on which one of these warriors is the strongest among them all, and that includes having us fight too. And so we'll go and announce not just one, but 2 grand prizes for the winners of this entire event, as we'll also be giving each warrior purpose by informing them that if they choose not to go and accept our terms and conditions for this second Tournament of Power, then we'll just go and erase them along with their entire timelines and homeworlds from which they have happened to come from. For there will be no exceptions and no excuses, the Omni Kings continue, and while we want each of the rounds for this tournament to be completely randomized based on what we select on our God pads, we also want you to go and include the following match types for our upcoming event, ranging from the following, the Omni Kings continue: single battles, tag team battles, triple threat battles, fatal 4-way battles, multi-man free-for-all battles, handicap battles, triple tag team battles, and lastly, a graveyard battle for the warriors who were shown having to lose previously, and giving them one more chance to climb back into the race after going as far as to defeat all of those who were also shown having to lose, and giving them one final chance to try their hand in the main lineup. Goodness, the Grand Priest responds. Well, I didn't expect for the two of you to have already thought about all of this with such great details behind it all, but, well, since I'm now starting to get a better idea of the things that you are both looking to incorporate within the second Tournament of Power, then my only question moving forward is how will all of this be done, the Grand Priest asks. And what I mean by this, of course, is instead of having to push such an event out and not give any of these warriors time to prepare, did you both happen to also come up with a date on when you would like for this to take place, sires? As the Omni Kings then went on to respond, well, that's a good one, because we really didn't go and think about when this second Tournament of Power was going to start, but we actually figured that we'd go and start the tournament a little later tomorrow, so that way we wouldn't be able to go and miss out on it, the present Omni King responds. Well, I actually believe that by hosting the Tournament of Power 2 by tomorrow would be a little unfair to all of those who are unaware of such an event, but here, the Grand Priest responds, why don't we just go and do this instead, so that way we can go and sort everything out in real time together then, sires? And if anything, then maybe you can go and tell me as to what it is that the two of you would like for me to go and do and put together, so that way we can go and already have everything ready for once this grand event finally begins. Oh, and don't worry, as not only will I hereby show you on where this event will be held, but I will also go go as far as to build the stage right in front of you as we speak, sires, with the Omni Kings responding, "Hey, yeah, that sounds like fun, and we can also go and tell him on what else we want to add that'll be a part of the event too. This sounds like so much fun, and so let's go, let's go, let's go." To which it was only then with the two Omni Kings then shown following the Grand Priest within the tournament realm was when the present Omni King then went on to continue, "Oh, and don't forget to remind the Grand Minister about the match types that we'd like to see be added on our God pads either, other me." "Oh, you mean as in the other match types that we didn't mention? Oh, I won't, but don't forget to also remind the Grand Minister," the future Omni King continues, "that we also need to talk about the prizes of whoever is going to win the Tournament of Power 2, along with what will happen to all of those who will go on to lose if they don't make it until the very end, other me." And so now, here we are, my lords. The Grand Priest then went on to welcome both of the Omni Kings within the tournament realm. But do please excuse the mess that is shown, for we were in a bit of a rush and had left this entire realm unattended while making our way towards Earth with the Saiyan mortals Goku and Vegeta, and because of this, well, the tournament realm was kept the way it was before having to leave, and so here we are with the Omni Kings responding, "Whoa, this place looks really torn down and badly destroyed since the last time that you were here." "Well, I guess this place does appear to be very much a mass rubble of stone and debris," the Grand Priest responds, "but if anything, are you able to see any particular location in which you would like to see the stage be set in, sires?" With the present Omni King responding, "Oh, good question, but how about we go and build the stage right on top of where the previous ring was held before it was destroyed? And even though we want to build a much larger stage than the one that we had before," the present Omni King continues, "how are we going to go and build such a ring with all of that rubble down there that's getting in the way? Oh, and aside from the stage itself," the future Omni King then went on to quickly chime in, "we also want to go and add a throne area for the two of us, yourself, and the four strongest in the multiverse, so that way all of us can go and watch as the tournament unfolds. However, what we also want to go and do is we want to go and add a spectator area around the stage as well, but we want two separate areas that will divide each side. And so do you think that we can go and get that done with all of this trash that's floating beneath us?" With the Grand Priest responding, "Well, fair point then, and so let's see something here. How about... yes, I know exactly on what to do. For in order for this to go smoothly and according to your wishes," the Grand Priest went on to then raise his arm by responding, "I will first go on to clean this entire mess up by using parts of the previous stage in order for us to construct a new one, and then I will go and design it based on how you want it to be in real time, as I also go and construct the spectator seats and throne areas, so that way you can go and tell me on whether or not you approve of the layout, sires. And while I am at it, I will need for you both to tell me on exactly how big you want for everything to be, so that way it all checks out by the time I'm done," the Grand Priest continues. "And so with all of the notes that I have gathered that goes based on how you want this to be, if you would both be so kind as to hold on to these for me in the meantime, please, as while I go and do this, I will need for you both to let me know as to what you'd like and what you don't like as I construct the ring before your very eyes, because the more that I can see on what needs to be changed, the faster that I will go and apply these changes for you, sires," the Grand Priest says. "Whoa, wow, so everything is going to be built in real time in the ways which we want them to be," both of the Omni Kings then went on to quickly respond. "This is so cool! And so now hurry, because now we can't wait."
You know, Grand Priest over here flexing the powers like, I mean, I am HI to the M, him. Shouts out to Hemi Turner, Hemi Neutron. Him getting it
With the
in.
Grand Priest then responding, "Oh, don't you both worry, because I have just the design in mind that I believe that you will both love very, very much. But let us go and start by moving all of this aside then, and measure the size of just how massive we want for this stage and their seats to be then, shall we?" To which all the while in the meantime, when then having to venture back over into Universe 7, in seeing as to how Whis and Beerus were now preparing and having Goku and Vegeta spar against each other, was when Whis went on to then
See, I like how he was delaying the fact that Vegeta's, and I got his tail in this story, but Goku does, but Goku's not using his Ozaru like that, so this one is the one. Well, he should have it fixed coming up, but yeah. Like, why would Vegeta not have a tail and Goku have a tail? Because that's one of those things Vegeta would figure out before Goku. Well, I am stronger, and it was better with Ozaru. And after seeing and studying this fucking freak that they call Broly, I realized I need to master more of my Saiyan heritage. Fuck God Key. I'm a motherfucking warrior. You know what I'm saying? Hell, bring back Ozaru, right? Because what's the point of having a tail if you don't A, utilize Ozaru, or B, bring some actual Saiyan transformations back, because that's what they were called.
Bond. Well, now this ought to be what will help set you both apart, as this will not only go as far as to test each of your limits, but it will also help you both go as far as to understand your own unique strengths and weaknesses, just as the Grand Minister had went and posted about. And so I do encourage for the both of you to give it your absolute best. And remember, this isn't just necessarily about winning or losing, but it's mainly about helping study each other's moves, strategies, and techniques that'll help you both in the long run, as Beerus went on to then respond. And while I want this to be brief without having the both of you destroy my planet, I expect for the two of you to give it your all, with the exception of your angel form from being used throughout this contest against Vegeta, and so don't even think about using it, Goku. Primal only, with Whis having to inform Goku by then responding. Now as you step into this battle with Vegeta, I want you to go and remember the lessons that you've learned during your training with me, and as I expect for you to give it everything that you have and hold nothing back against him while you're out there, Whis continues. But while you do, remember to also stay mindful of the Grand Priest's criticisms, for you cannot run the risk of making the same mistakes as you did before. And so do make sure to go and keep everything that you were told in mind, Goku, as Beerus went on to address Vegeta by responding, this is your moment to go and shine your light over him and remind that Saiyan on just who exactly it is that you are. And so I want you to go and let everything go and show no mercy to him until you either knock him out or make him submit against you, Vegeta. But also don't forget to keep the Grand Priest's criticisms at the forefront of your mind and use what you were told to your advantage, to which as Goku was then shown having to address Vegeta was when Goku then went on to respond, well, I just want to go and say that I truly hope that you're ready, because you're about to go and face a version of me that you've never encountered in battle before, Vegeta. Because not only is my Primal Ultra Instinct form going to directly challenge your Mastered Ultra Ego form like never before, but it's also going to completely dominate it as well. And so I hope that you don't take anything to heart by the time you and I are done here, because I'm about to go and show you the true difference between your power and mine in a matter of moments, Goku says. And so what do you say we go and skip the warm-up then and jump right into it then, shall we? So you ready, Vegeta? With Vegeta responding, or so you think, Kakarot, because like it or not only are you about to go and experience a power that surpasses all 12 gods of destruction, but you are about to go and experience a very rude awakening in witnessing the downfall of your combined primal power by the hands of a far superior warrior, Kakarot. And so by all means, if you're ready to go and skip the warm-up and jump right into the real action, then that's fine by me. And so now let's just see on what you can do. So I'm ready. Now let's go. To which Whis was then shown having to spawn an hourglass right before having to begin the battle was when Beerus then went on to respond, Whis, you said that this would be short now, wouldn't it? And so how long do you have that thing set for, Beerus questions? 5 minutes, am I right? Or was that just all talk? With Whis responding, well, depending on what happens moving forward, I think that in order for us to gauge in seeing where they stand, I think 5 minutes ought to be a reasonable amount of time, because anything more than that and we can kiss this entire universe goodbye. Then so do make sure to try and learn as much as you both can possibly learn from one another throughout the course of this contest, because knowledge is of course the key to many successful outcomes after all. And so with that now said, mighty warriors, if you are both focused and finally ready, Whis went on to then spawn his hourglass before having to be shown flipping it, then you may go and finally begin your battle right now. To which as both Goku and Vegeta were immediately shown jumping into their strongest levels was when Beerus then went on to quickly chime back in. Yes, now this ought to be a good one, but I'm telling you here and now that your student is going to fall short of rivaling my Vegeta's power in battle, Whis. And if you somehow want to go and continue to doubt me, Beerus continues, then you're about to go and find out the hard way on why you shouldn't, Whis. With Whis responding, now while I don't doubt Vegeta's ability to hang in there against Goku and even go as far as to fight back against him, I'm afraid that you'd be mistaken if you think that Vegeta is going to easily best Goku in this upcoming contest. But I'll just let this go and allow for you to see this the hard way once they transform and begin to engage, and so don't say that I didn't go and warn you ahead of time, my lord. However, correct me if I'm wrong, but you did of course mention on how Vegeta's mastered Ultra Ego form was said to be stronger than any of the other 11 gods of destruction, including yourself, didn't you, Whis questions? As surely this must bother you if that is proven to be the case now, wouldn't it, my lord? With Beerus responding, well, typically it would have, but if I had to choose for any other mortal to bear my title as being the strongest, then I'd rather go and choose Vegeta over that idiot Goku of yours, Whis. But even with that aside, Goku better not go and use that angel form of his throughout the course of this battle, because since Vegeta isn't quite ready to go and tangle with the power of that magnitude, his primal Ultra Instinct level ought to be his absolute maximum in this fight, or else. But would you go on and look at this, Whis? Beerus went on to question upon seeing both Goku and Vegeta ascending to their strongest levels of power. For who would have thought that these mortals would be representing us as our proteges? But alas, we will now find out on which one of them is truly the strongest. And I have no doubt that it'll be Vegeta who will walk away with the victory by the end, Whis. And so just you wait. Well, and I second this Whis response, for I too never expected to take up someone like Goku as being his direct master, but even then, in time, you will slowly come to realize the true meaning of Goku's ultimate potential. And while they do stand the test of time in being the absolute strongest warriors to emerge from Universe 7, Whis continues, you must admit that this is certainly a sight to behold now, isn't it, my lord? With Beerus responding, yeah, well, don't get ahead of yourself here, because at the end of the day, those two still have to answer to me as their governing god of destruction. But I will give credit where credit is due here, Whis. To which it was only then moments later as Vegeta was shown jumping into his mastered Ultra Ego form, as Goku was shown jumping into his primal Ultra Instinct form, was when Vegeta then went on to address Goku by responding, and now, do you feel it, Kakarot? For it's been ages since I can last recall feeling the way I currently feel in wanting to crush you like this. But yet here we both are, and so now tell me, are you truly prepared for the consequences that you are about to go and experience here against me? Because I certainly can't wait to finally go and get my hands on you, but how about you? And don't try to go and flatter yourself just because you were said to have gone up against the top 5 strongest warriors in the multiverse either. Because the only reason as to why you were allowed to go as far as you did was because I wasn't around to crush you. And so now, are you ready to be crushed, Kakarot? With Goku responding, Vegeta, you have no idea as to what you're in for, because although you may think that you're ready, but in reality, you have no idea on what's coming. And so for your sake, I do hope that this new form of yours can hold out long enough to survive, because once we start fighting, there will be no holding back.
What up,
so
Piff?
I hope that you're truly ready for what I'm about to go and bring to you, Vegeta. And while you may have went and refined this form of yours a bit more than I expected for you to go and do within the last year, Goku continues, and I just hope that for your sake that it'll be strong enough to hold out on what I'm about to go and bring your way, with Vegeta being shown pointing out by responding, oh, that's rich, but just you wait, because although you may in fact be within the prime of your power for the time being, nothing is going to prepare you for the destructive might that I have waiting for you, Kakarot. Or so you say, Goku responds, but don't say I go and didn't warn you, because there's a reason as to why they put us up against each other here like this, as it's only going to further prove my point in this battle once I show you that I am the stronger warrior between us, Vegeta, and so I'm ready. Oh, this is going to be good, Beerus went on to then rub his hands by quickly responding, and so I hope that you're ready to go and heed your words, Whis, because your idiot of a student Goku is going down, with Whis responding, well, if you insist, but don't go throwing a fit and screaming at me when Goku emerges victorious by the end of this contest, Lord Beerus. And so I'm just going and telling you that now, and so you've been warned, Whis says. Now, while I'm waiting for you to go and make the first move here against me, Vegeta went on to then slowly approach Goku by responding, why don't I just go and give you more of a reason reason to attack me since you appear to be waiting for something, and you better not disappoint me either, otherwise you are completely doomed, Kakarot's. Right, well then don't say that I didn't warn you, Vegeta, to which as Goku was then shown unleashing multiple force punches upon having to make contact on Vegeta's body. It was only just upon Goku's initial engagement with Vegeta now understanding as to what exactly Goku was planning on doing was when Vegeta quickly went on to then respond. But of course you would, as these high caliber strikes of yours are starting to get very annoying, with Goku questioning, you wanted me to go and be the one to make the first move, right? Well, you went and got your wish, and so now what are you going to go and do about it? But then, it was only from out of nowhere just then, with a gigantic wall of destruction barrier being shown having to defend Vegeta from Goku's attacks, was when Goku then went on to continue, I see, but that isn't going to help you, because if you think that putting up a barrier to defend yourself was going to be what saves you, then you are in for a rude awakening, Vegeta. But then, it was just the problem with Goku then shown having to say this, with Vegeta quickly shown emerging by getting ready to attack Goku, was when Vegeta quickly went on to then respond. And that's where you're wrong, because the only one here who is going to be in for a rude awakening here is going to be you. To which it was only then within that very moment, as Master and Ultra Ego Vegeta had gone as far as to collide against Primal Ultra Instinct Goku, and from there being shown creating a gigantic shockwave, was when Beerus went on to then quickly chime back in. Oh, those two better dial down the force behind those attacks that they're letting off out there, because I'm not going to have them wreck my planet just because they feel like they can. You know, I never doubted you for a second, and knowing that this wasn't going to be easy, Goku then went on to reply upon being shown stopping Vegeta's strike. But you should also know that no matter what it is that you go and try on me, it's not going to work, Vegeta. And so what do you say, Goku questions? You want to go and try that one on me again and see if it works in your favor this time? With Vegeta responding, or so you think, Kakarot. And while you continue to try and convince yourself that you're actually going to beat me, you already know what my stance is, and so let's go. But don't be surprised when I start breaking you down during this battle, because you and I both know that you simply don't have what it takes to outlast me during this engagement, and I'm about to go and prove it to you, Kakarot. Very interesting, Whis went on to then quickly chime in upon Goku and Vegeta being shown breaking away, and as I find that both Goku and Vegeta's fighting prowess is starting to slowly increase more and more the longer they continue to battle.
Well, I mean,
and
these
since both of
Gohan
them
is
also
always
appear to be
supposed to
driven
be
by
better
the
than
desire to
Goku and
best the other
Gohan. That
Whis
was already
continues,
stated by
if this
Vegeta,
battle
like,
wasn't
oh yeah, that
already
little
on the timer,
hybrid,
then I'm
he's
afraid
gonna
that they
be a
likely
fucking
would have gone on
problem
to
in the
battle one
future.
another for an
But
extremely
he's
long
Gohan,
time,
so
which
he's
was
not a
only
problem
once
in the
again with both
future.
Goku and Vegeta shown
You
having
see what I'm saying?
collided
He's
again,
main
creating
character
a massive
sense.
shockwave on Beerus' planet was when Whis went on to continue. And while I don't
But the
expect
one you gotta
anything
watch
less from
coming up is
either
gonna
of
have to
them,
be
their
Trunks and
overall
Goten,
determination and
because we
focus
already
is
know
most
that's who
definitely
Toyotaro
second
wants
to
to write
none in this
anyways.
regard. But even now, I still maintain my position that it'll
So
be
yeah,
Goku
little
who
half
will be
breeds
the
are
one
gonna
that will
be
emerge as the
in the
winner by the
spotlight.
very end of this. But
The
my
yellow
word,
babies.
just look at them go. Goodness, what incredible intensity.
Fucking
Whis
pandas.
continues. And to think that we would be expecting anything less from them would be an understatement. But what say you, Lord Beerus? With Beerus responding, I'll dwell on second thoughts, and I want these two off my planet immediately, Whis. Oh, damn them, because if I would have known that these two would already go and cause this much noise early on, then I would have told them to forget it, because if they continue to fight like this, then my entire planet is going to be destroyed. Well, as chaotic as their battle may seem, Whis went on to then observe, I do believe that they are also aware of destroying everything around them, which is why I ultimately also believe that they are holding back for the time being, unless, of course, something were to suddenly change. As Beerus went on to then respond, you call this holding back, Whis? For if I would have known that they would go all out and start thrashing my entire planet around like this, then I would have told them both to beat it and go destroy someplace else. Oh, come on, Vegeta. Hurry it up and annihilate that Saiyan before you both end up annihilating my entire planet here instead. To which all the while, in the meantime, with both Goku and Vegeta shown having to hold nothing back and going tit for tat against one another, was when Vegeta went on to miss his strike.
There's also that time that Vegeta's wife got the shit right back out of Beerus. So
Scared that I'm going to hurt you a lot more than expected, or what?
yeah, Beerus got slapped, she got slapped. Yeah, you know, it's fair play, fair use.
Catch you, and when I do, that's
Yeah,
when I'm
shout out to
going
the fair use
to. And
policy.
who exactly
You see
said
what
that
I'm
I was
saying?
running from you, Vegeta. Primal Ultra Instinct Goku went on to then punch Vegeta across the face by responding, because that couldn't be further from the truth, and you know that it's not. So whether you like it or not, when this is all said and done, whether we run out of time on the clock or not, the only one between us that will remain as the last man standing in the end will be me, and sooner or later, as this goes on, Goku went on to then uppercut Vegeta by continuing, I'll make sure that you go on to understand this the hard way, but then, it was only just upon with Vegeta then being shown having to grab onto Goku's arm mid-strike after Goku went on to oversee this, was when Vegeta went on to then quickly respond,
The way she flew across the screen, though, man. Yeah, that does need to be addressed. Very disrespectful on her birthday type shit. Yo, remember that? That's why she was BB elbow man after that. Only thing she cared about was a BBL. And set the clock back. Nah. I need to fix some shit.
Well, I honestly hope not. Vegeta then proceeded upon being shown having to headbutt Goku several times across the face, because this is only going to be the beginning of your torture, and so as long as I have you within my possession, I'm not going to stop until I cave your face in and force you to quit. And so go on then, Mr. Primal Power, give up, for you know that you can't continue to endure much more of this, and so now say it. Else never. Goku then went on to pull his arm back by quickly shouting, so you're crazy if you think that I'm going to continue to allow for you to get away with doing this, and so you can go and forget it, Vegeta. And so I'm not going to back down now, especially now we're only just getting started, Vegeta. Oh, no you don't. I'm not letting you out of my sights that easily, Kakarot. To which it was only just then during the middle of the action with Vegeta shown unleashing several energy blasts upon Goku, with Goku being shown having to dodge each and every single one of them, was when Goku then went on to quickly respond. Your desperations are starting to show, and it's only because it's now beginning to reveal itself that it's only going to be a matter of time before you start to implode under the painful weight of your frustrations. And so even then, as good as you are, you won't be able to be quick enough to catch me within those blasts of yours, and you know it, Vegeta, with Vegeta quickly responding, oh, is that so? Well, go on now. How long do you think you can keep this going without having me catch you within the process, Kakarot? Ask yourself this question, because you and I both know that it won't be long now, but then, it was only just within the quickness with Goku shown having to miss his strike as Vegeta went on to lean on back, was when Vegeta went on to then quickly respond. Oh, so I see that you're quite the escape master now, are you, Kakarot? Well, just so you know, that speed could only get you so far, and although you may be faster than me, you and I both know that my attacks are starting to take their toll on that body of yours, Kakarot, and so face it. For you can only go as far as to keep this up for so long, and so one way or another, you will fall before me in battle, Kakarot. Well, as tough as you may be, and with how resilient you continue to be here against me, Goku quickly went on to then respond, you aren't going to sneak your way into trying to catch me off guard like how you think that you can, Vegeta, because
I mean, that shot of Vegeta, though, he on there flashing like, hey, bruh.
Because all I needed was just a second.
He's got the Super Saiyan 3 hairstyle, which we know is incorrect because it needs to go up. Vegeta says my hairline always goes up, never down. It's the royal fucking hairline. It goes up, straight up to the top. Royalty. Crown. It's like a crown. Big ass crown. Like, yeah. Beast Gohan hairstyle.
Now making their way right back towards him.
Fly that to Vegeta from here on out. That's what they need to be ready for.
Control their movements like this, Vegeta. Oh, what's wrong? Didn't think that I possess full range of control over my orbs of destruction now, did you, Kakarot? For it hurts, doesn't it? Yes it does. As I can only imagine that it might, but after learning under Lord Beerus and following his methods of approach certainly has its benefits, as you can see. As now that I have garnered your attention, you are going to pay dearly for it, just as I said that you would. For I went and had tried to warn you that I wasn't going to be as easy to deal with as you may have already assumed for it to be, Kakarot. And now for the finishing attack to signal the end of our battle in my favor once and for all. Vegeta went on to then spawn a Hakai Ball by responding, as this is it, Kakarot. It's over. But then, it was only surprisingly enough from out of nowhere as Primal Ultra
Hitting right dead in the jaw.
And uppercutting Vegeta in the face and stopping him from launching his attack was when Goku then went on to quickly respond. I don't think think so, Vegeta, because you aren't the only one who will get to decide on when this battle of ours is going to end, and especially not while I'm still able to fight back against you, as Vegeta went on to then respond, and that is where you are wrong, you fool, for I will not allow for you to go and try to best me like how you've been shown doing in the past anymore, you clown, for we aren't done here, Kakarot. Not by a long shot, for this is far from over. Do you hear me? Vegeta went on to then kick Goku down by responding, far from over, Kakarot, and so as long as you continue to try to fight back against me, I'm going to still be standing right in front of you, ready to put you back within your place. Whoa, that was a close one just now, but be that as it may, Goku then went on to quickly stop himself by responding, and I'll be honest with you here and say that your power while wielding this mastered ultra ego form of yours is incredible, and as I really didn't think that you'd be going as far as to push me back like this, but don't get ahead of yourself either, Vegeta, Goku continues, because this very bloodlust that I can see pouring out from your very eyes is going to be what leads to your downfall, Vegeta, and so I take notice if I was you, because once I really start going out here against you will be the very moment where you realize that this battle is over, and so it'll only be a matter of time before you see, as Vegeta was then shown rubbing on his chin by then responding, you know, I'll admit that your primal power along with your skills are far sharper than I originally anticipated for them to be, as you are certainly making this far more difficult than I ever imagined that it would be out here against me, but don't get too comfortable, Kakarot, for I promise that I will run you down and exhaust that body of yours in no time, as in the end, when this is all said and done, I am going to be the one to show you on why my gas tank is far
over here talking
superior,
about, yeah, you got 5 minutes to fight.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a whole nother motherfucking freezing Goku on Namek. Yeah, tricky into thinking it's a 5-minute fight. We'll be watching this fight for the next 6 months, right? Oh shit, they still fighting? Damn, that's a long ass 5 minutes.
And so what do you say, Vegeta questions? Shall we resume?
Yeah, that would be a fucking trick, right? So this was all just 5-minute fight. You see, already continuing it. Yeah, they ain't even done fighting though, right? See what I'm saying?
Actually, I'll go ahead and take it from
Reese over
here
here trying to cover up the fact now.
to address something very important with our dear viewers at the moment. As before I go and give you the
shit,
following
what you covering up, bro?
if you aren't already a member of Unreal's Patreon
Nice
community,
artwork,
then
though.
you are
Appreciate
truly
that.
missing out on so much without you even knowing. Because not only is the next episode already on the page, but if you want to support all of the manga content that you see and gain access to tons of exclusives along the way that range from a variety of different things, then we do encourage for you all to become members of our Patreon community today, for we will link everything down within the description box below and pinned comment section as well. Now I will go as far as to say that although this battle involving both Goku and Vegeta is by far an extremely grueling and very entertaining one thus far, they appear to be studying one another's variants despite trying to also completely annihilate the other in battle. And with the Omni Kings now finally making it clear as to what exactly it is that they want to see and how they want for the Tournament of Power 2 to be showcased, you do not want to miss out on what is about to happen coming up next. And so we hope that you all enjoyed today's video, as before you leave, do make sure to give this video a thumbs up by smashing that like button on your way out, as well as subscribing to Unreal and Gaming's channel in case you are new around here. We thank you all for watching and hope you all have a wonderful day, everyone, as we'll see you all
Make
in the
sure y'all
next one.
tune in for Super Saturdays, because unless you go into the Patreon and getting it ahead of time, then you come over here and talk to me anyways. You'll be ready to talk. You'll be like, man, I see why you do it the way you do it, Pop.
Is encourage you all to subscribe to Unreal Gaming for the latest Dragon Ball content. And while you're at it, make sure to like the video. Also, don't forget to become a member of Unreal Gaming's Patreon community for more exclusive content, early access, and much, much more. Do it now, or I'll destroy your planet, along with every taco.
Hey, don't just waste the goddamn thing. Pass it here.
Goma's reaction says it all when he watches Goku transform into every Super Saiyan form. And I think his reaction goes like this. In Goku's base form, he's thinking, so this is the guy who beat Majin Buu? Alright. Then Goku turns Super Saiyan and Goma's like, okay, that golden hair actually looks kind of tough. After that, Goku pushes into Super Saiyan 2 and Goma's like, oh, so we can actually go further beyond. When Goku starts screaming even harder, Goma just thinks, let's see if this dude's about to scream until the next episode or not. The moment Goku hits Super Saiyan 3, Goma finally takes him seriously. Okay, this guy might actually be dangerous. I better prepare to fight. But then Goku says,
Now, to go even further beyond.
and Goma's just like, wait, what? There's more? He can't even believe what he just heard. Meanwhile, Vegeta's standing there with that priceless look like, this guy again? Then comes Super Saiyan 4 and Gama's like, what even is that? That's when he realizes he just became the villain so Goku can give the fans some fan service of SSJ4 finally becoming canon. And when Gama finally loses, he's like, not bad at all. It's actually crazy seeing this peak come true. That's why
So, you find yourself on the Unrelent Gaming channel. How fortunate for you. I, Lord Frieza, will spare your life as long as you subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, don't forget to become a member of Unrelent Gaming's Patreon for tons of exclusive content
That's
to
a good
early
bad news,
access
right? We
media
at least
and
watched the
much
full
more.
video.
Do it now.
For the review, we put the whole video in there. We said you already know. We said you watch this and was talking our shit. If I got something to say, I'll say it. What are you doing? He hit me back with the multiple drops for the week. Yeah, man, look at the voiceovers. Oh, you still gotta read it. They learn another language. Which is brought to you all sponsored by School Shoes. Somebody owe me some money now, so.
攻撃で分かった。こっちも行くぞ。よく一人でここまで腕上げたな。あの力、なんとかしなきゃ。この世界を救うことはできねえんだろ。この世に生きてる全てのみんな。よし、ドラゴンバール、そこだ。二度と悪さすんじゃねえぞ。今度はオラの番だ。まだ終わってねえ。あんたの時飛ばしの遥か先だ。無理すんなよ。
I don't think so. You're not going anywhere because there is still a lot more that we have yet to show you. So don't forget to become a member of Unreal's Patreon for more exclusive content and upcoming videos. We hope you enjoy the things you're about to see, so you better not leave because we aren't done. Come now, Broly. Let's finish our battle. Now enjoy.
今度こそ俺が勝たせてもらうぞ、カカロット。いつまで宇宙一を気取っていやがる。もう決めちまったんだよ。貴様を完全に消去してやるって。大暴れしてやる。貴様と一緒にいた頃の俺じゃないんだ。
ほら、おめえと戦うのワクワクすんだ。僕はわからないか。こりゃ全開で戦わないとやべえかもな。オラだってもっと強くなったって思わねえか。おめえなんかくれえやつだな。ごちゃごちゃ言ってやがる。
今度こそ俺の勝ちだ。俺と戦いたいようだな。リーダーを相手をしてやるぜ。なんだそのおかしな仮面は。ぶっ壊してやる。俺の前に立つやつは全員敵だ。ガキは引っ込んでろ。ガラクタにしてやるぜ。
やっぱ世界はひでえな。こんな強いやつがまだいるなんてよ。間違っちゃいねえけど、こいつはそれ以上なんだよ。根っからの悪人じゃなきゃいいライバルになれたのによ。そいつはやってみなくちゃわかんねえぞ。
どういうことだこれは。どうして関係ない奴らまで復活している。なかなかの出来じゃないか。
もたもたしていると私たちも帰りましょう。負けてしまった場合は何もかも完全に消滅するので化けて出る魂も残りませんよ。
何か企んでいるようだね。じゃあどれくらい強くなったか僕が試してあげよう。カップラーメンをスープまで飲み切っておいてどの口が言うんだか。
とか言いながらそのメツお久しぶりですね。やる気満々じゃないですか。そこのあなた顔が真っ青ですよ。あなたはちょっとほっとけませんね。知ってましたか。
僕の言いつけ通りわざとらしいぞ。神様である僕が破壊してやるのが筋だよね。
時の流れを乱すのはとって ても良くないことなんですよ。何をそんなにイライラしているんです？それは失礼。でもあなたには言われたくないですね。時々の卵を返しなさい。あなたには過ぎた代物ですよ。ずるいですよ、姉上。海洋神から力を引き出してもらいましたね。面倒ですね。
そんな調子で破壊神の仕事をやっていけるのか？破壊神をおちょくった報いは受けてもらうよ。こんなところで何してるんだ？僕は確かあの恐竜の肉を取ってくるように言ったはずだけど。
あれ、おめえちっこくなってねえか？そうでもねえと思うぞ。
そんな手加減をしているようでは俺には勝てんぞ。俺も貴様もまだまだ強くなれる。点数をつけるとすれば30タクな野郎だ。
あら、あなた背が縮んだんじゃありませんか？本気でかかってきてくださいね。私なら大丈夫ですから。完全に諦めてくれそうですけどね。
なんだ？なんか言ったかウィス？
これはいけませんね。早く取り押さえない。交渉成立。さて、これまでお二人が話した内容を踏まえて、今度のトーナメントをどのようにしたいかという理想のシナリオから始めて、一番上から下までくぐっていきましょう。中目クマ。
まず第一に、私たちは第2回パワートーナメントが本当に大きなスペースで開催されることを確認したいと考えています。そのため、まだ完全に破壊されていないのであれば、トーナメントレルム内で開催できるかもしれません。そして私たちがやりたいことは、試合を決定することを可能にするインタラクティブな機能を備えた以前のような神のタブレットを使用できるようにすることで、私たちが見ているあらゆる方法でトーナメントに影響を与えることができるようにしたいということです。ウータイプも絶対的に最強の展示をトーナメントに参加させたいと考えています。このトーナメントには多元宇宙で最も強い上位5人の展示が含まれるだけでなく、とても強い展示も必要です。なぜなら私たちは歴史上最大かつ最もクレイジーなトーナメントの始まりとして、第2回パワートーナメントがそのタイトルに恥じないものになることを望んでいるからです。だからこそ私たちはあらゆるタイムラインと現実の中でとも強いものが競争し、この世界にも参加することを望んでいます。私たちは多元宇宙で最も強い上位5人の展示が乗ってきて再び戦うことを想定しているだけでなく、このトーナメントでも実に募集したいと考えているからです。
私はあなたたち2人が含めて欲しいものについてよりよく理解し始めていますが、私の唯一の質問は、これがどのように行われるのかということです。このイベントの注目場の日程は決まっていますか？
私たちは実際には行かなかったのでとても感謝していますが、トーナメントを逃すことができなくなります。
そうですね。実際のところパワー2のトーナメントをこれほど早く開催することは、競争しようとしている全ての人々にとってあまり公平ではないと思いますが、おそらくあなたが来てリアルタイムで全てを一緒に構築するのを手伝ってくれると、皆さんのご希望によって何も問題が起こらないように。中君、今ここにいますが、表示されている混乱を許してください。私たちは少し急いでいて地球に向かう途中で。
ここが最後にイベントを開催した場所ですか？ひどく破壊されているように見えます。あなたが開催した最強の5人による最後のトーナメントが開催された場所にそれを見てたらどうでしょうか？特にリングが大きくなった場合に。ちょっと待って、どこに作ってとナーメントの展開を眺めることができますか？
それではまずイベント全体を監督するためのステージ、観客系王座の位置を確保するための基盤を作りましょうか。注目場の皆さん、そしてステージを具体的にどのように見せたいですか？
私たちはただ思い出してその場でこのアイデアを思いついただけなので。
それから私たちが何をするかは分かっています。どのようにして全てのバランスを取ることができるかについて完璧なアイデアがあります。これを開始して全てを完了するのに数分しかかかりません。他に注目馬を変えてほしいことについては、もしよろしければこれを持っていただければ、トーナメントステージの広さとデザインだけでなく総裁や観客系と並んで完璧なレイアウトができたと信じているので、今から仕事に取り掛かります。第2回リノートナーメントは記憶に残るイベントになると確信していますので。
こりゃ甘く見すぎてたぞ。いつまで兄弟喧嘩してんだよ。目の前の敵に集中しろ。体力宇宙で最強の殺し屋なんだってな。
おめでとうございます。もう少し早く倒せませんかね。コピーのようなものですが。
なあ、 おめえもワクワクしてきただろ。
何も気にせず徹底的に貴様と戦いたかったんだ。ぶっ潰してやるぞ。宇宙最強の戦闘種族サイヤ人の恐ろしさ。俺の前に立つ奴は全員敵だ。俺様はあいつのように甘くはないぞ。お前たちたった一人の人間が放つ気だというのか。もう我慢の限界だ。もう貴様なんぞお呼びじゃねえんだ。
俺のガキに何をしやがって。返答次第じゃただじゃおかねえ。別の宇宙の破壊神か。どんだけ強いかな。ほらこうしてサボりながら修行するのが好きなんだ。
時間がかかりすぎですね。修行の相手としては十分でしょう。
まさかこんなもんじゃねえよな。おとなしく自分の星に帰れ。
なんだあのガキは。サイヤ人の王子に向かって慣れ慣れしいやつだ。第六宇宙の破壊神か。だがビルスほどじゃないんだろう。お前たちこんな時にもん聞いていられるか。この戦闘バカどもが。一つだけ教えてやろう。
早く始めようぜ。何人の命が奪われたと思ってんだ。俺だけは許せねえ。そのままじっとしてろ。この戦いはちっときつそうだ。遠慮はいらねえぞ。思いっきり来い。
春のように研ぎ澄まされた気も強いな。どうあれ俺は絶対に負けんだな。俺はいつまでもナンバー2の座に甘んじているつもりはないぞ。
力の大会では敵は四方八方からやってきますよ。まともに相手をしない方がいいかもしれませんね。やめておいた方がよろしいかと。ほどほどにしてください。
順調のようだ。
少しだけ遊んで差し上げましょう。それじゃそろそろ追い放させていただきます。
我らが第7宇宙のピンチなんだぞ。何としても大会で優勝しなきゃならないんだぞ。俺は貴様と戦わなければならない。サイヤ人の本当の強さを教えてやる。果たしていつまで余裕を持っていられるか。
まだ見なくなったんじゃない。それを教えてやるよ。以前のオラとはちょっと違うんだ。おじいだ。ちょっと休んでるよ。
なんだ貴様。何をチロチロ見てやがる。もう一度殺されたくないなら突っ込んでろ。貴様が触れてやるぞ。貴様の手助けなんて期待していない。我慢下ったところだ。知りたいか。それは貴様が偽物で俺がサイヤ人の王子ベジータ様だからだ。
推進力。
ヤ人はサイヤ人、貴様の戦闘民族としての誇りを見せてみろ。だから貴様はバカだっていうんだ。そう思うなら確かめてみろ。エリートの俺様の哀れな野郎だぜ。貴様の大好きなスカウターを使ってみたらどうだ。俺に近づくな。
Now, I know it might be weird, maybe even a little bit sus, but just trust me, okay? Just shove it in your mouth, Catman.
Say what now? I will do no such thing, Talking Bugman, but what I will do is encourage you all to subscribe to Unrelent Gaming for the latest Dragon Ball content. And while you're at it, make sure to like the video. Also, don't forget to become a member of Unrelent Gaming's Patreon community for more exclusive content, early access, and much, much more. Do it now, or I'll destroy your planet, along with every taco.
Hey, don't just waste the goddamn thing. Pass it here.
Vegeta, back off! He's mine! If you want to die, I'm not going to stop you. But you do realize you'll just be providing him with more energy, don't you?
Don't interfere, he says. Excellent.
Piccolo was more than capable. We saw what happened when we fought 17.
I calculated every contingency.
Either you aren't quite as powerful as we were led to believe, or perhaps we're stronger than your precious calculations accounted for.
Hurry up and send this piece of junk to the scrapyard, unless you'd rather I interfere and do it for you.
I was born as the embodiment of evil, purged from Ka. I'm not nearly as soft as Goku.
Yeah, that's when he was getting ready to fuse with Kami. Kamekalo.
Come on. そうだ。
53番です。これはなかなか今すぐ黙らせてやる。
Rowan getting his ass beat. Backhand. Tail slap. Foot to the face. Yeah, he don't like Raiden. Raiden getting that ass handed. You hit him with the Goku Vegeta. You're refusing to use too much power. Defusion. Oops. Yo, now the script flips. See, that's that bullshit. He's like, nah, this ain't even shit. I'll just fake it. Hey, boy, let me show you something. Immediately, you gotta power back up and try again. Uh-oh. So now it's your turn, buddy. Damn. Knock the Sonic rings up out of him. He done broke every bone but hit him with the Mortal Kombat can. I see you. I see you. He slid that in there. Ah, shit. He said, yeah, boy. Okay, you again what's again to a goblin. Nappy. So you already know in the Omniverse there's a what? Version that won. Damn. Coming to a theater near you, motherfuckers.
The top 5 strongest great apes in the Dragon Ball series. The great ape form is regarded as one of the ultimate Saiyan forms, and it has insane destructive power. Today we are going to be listing the top 5 strongest great apes. Number 5, Great Ape Vegeta. Great Ape Vegeta is introduced to us in the Saiyan Saga at the beginning of the Dragon Ball Z anime. He displayed immense destructive power, no doubt, but these other 4 are simply on another level. Number 4, Golden Great Ape Goku. This is basically a great ape transformed as a Super Saiyan. Goku displays this form in Dragon Ball GT. Number 3, Golden Great Ape Baby. This form is similar to Golden Great Ape Goku, except it possesses the power of both Baby and Vegeta. Number 2, Legendary Super Saiyan Great Ape Broly. Revealed in Dragon Ball Heroes, in this form, Broly wields the power of Super Saiyan 4 as a great ape. Number 1, Golden Great Ape Cumber. Another great ape just like Goku and Baby, except Cumber showcases destructive power capable of fighting Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. Wait, we forgot to subscribe, Great Ape.
Of course, y'all know to go check out the big homie. Get you a beat. At DJ is. Y'all know the big homie.
Remember me when you're far away. I always have a place for you to stay. In the garden, by the door, in the bedroom, on the floor. Remember me when you're far away. I always have a place for you to stay. In the middle of the night, I'm gonna be there till the morning light. Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the garden, by the door, in the bedroom, on the floor. Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the middle of the night, I'm gonna be there till the morning light. Remember me when you're far away. I'll always have a place for you to stay. In the garden.